So you want to start a YouTube channel where you build Lego monsters that your mom bought you and you battle them against your cat. I do believe you're going to need a camera for that, and I wrote down some interesting tips. I don't know English apparently. I wrote down all the best APS-C lightweight options as we review the Nikon Z30 with 12 to 28 mil. Let's do it.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So we're on the Nikon Z30, 12 to 28 mil, Tony 3.5 to 5.6, wide open, aperture priority, glimmer, nope, black pro mist filter on there, sport mode engaged, eye tracking is with us. Thanks to Aiden Camera for lending it to me. Let's all go to their Black Friday sale tonight. I don't know when it starts, November 17th. You buy one, you bring in your dog, I think they wash it for you, something like that. You get a real good deal at Aiden Camera. You go see my man Eddie down there. Let's go. No, seriously, go. I need this. I need a favor from you. So I wrote down a bunch of options, and one of those options is the Nikon Z30 with this lens. It's super wide. We're on a tripod right now. That's fully extended. That's fun mode. That is straight fun. Eye tracking. Let's pay attention to how the stabe looks. I'm going to try to be careful because I see a lot of people, they're just walking, they're careless, carefree gum chewers. They don't care about nothing. This setup weighs 555 grams, 964, that's a loud couple of friends, isn't it? Better not be real far. These are all American prices, by the way, so I don't even know what that means. I'm Canadian here. It's just ×3 for a Canadian price. So that's pretty cheap and light. There's some quirks with this thing. One thing that's hilarious, I could not for the life of me figure out how to do auto ISO and turn it off. It's so stupid. Like, there's this ISO thing here. You press it, and then you can change your ISO, but it doesn't do anything. And then it just reverts back to auto ISO, and you have to actually hold the ISO button and then move a front switch. Weird, but I guess you'd get used to it, and it's kind of cool. For Sony, I have to scroll through all the way till I see auto. Maybe that's not better. I don't know what I'm doing. So, not bad. The body feels fantastic. It's just the little flaps where you get the mic and everything, like, they're the worst flaps I've ever seen. They don't close properly. This thing could not weather seal like fog. Heavy fog might get damaged. So, I don't know. So far what I'm seeing in the studio looks a little cheap with this lens, but you get yourself a manual focus Voigtlander, something like a 23mm 1.2. Cinema's yours. And then out here, that's fun. Come on now. All right, let's pick the pace up a little bit with the walk, see if Nikon can handle it. So that's Nikon's only real option. APS-C, not bad, super light, pretty cheap. Canon actually has 4 options to compete with this. It's funny, the hammer, it nicks one of them, it dents one pretty hard, it smashes half of the window off of one, and then the other one, it just right up into the air. I don't think it ever comes down. So we'll start with the crippliest one. The R100 does cropped 4K. Ouch. All of the Canon bodies I'm gonna pair with their new 10 to 18, even though it's like 59 Tonys. It's very light and cheap, so that's your vlogging lens for APS-C, obviously. So R50 with that lens, 525 grams, even lighter than this, and this is light as heck. 525, that's 20 grams heavier than the Panasonic J85 body only. Let that sink in. $958 for both of those, lens and body. Not bad. You move up a notch, R10 does 4K without the crop, oversampled even, and it does 4K 60 now. So that's like, we're now better than the Nikon. Dare you dream it? And you're still, no, you're more money now. 1208, that hurts a little bit, but you're still lighter than this. 532 grams. Wow, look at you. Rule of thirds, anyone? Oh, I'll just leave. Why is it so dark and the eye tracking box has left me? And there's a delay. I've just noticed that. Eye box back on me. Wow. Just me talking, there's a delay on the screen. Never seen that. Wow. Not much electronics in this. Smells like pee over here. Oh, that's fresh pee. Let's zoom in on the pee. That's what the power zoom is for. You see it? He peed right in the corner and it leaked off. And I can smell it. The wind's blowing here. I want to leave, but I also want to bring this to you. I'll leave. And yes, you can vlog on 42mm a quiv right now. Tony 8.4 or something. So R10, not bad. Like, what would I do? I kind of lean towards the Canon over this already. Like, you can do 4K 60 with a crop, and you have that zoom lens. So, like, imagine your 16mm wide end, and then with the crop, which I'm not sure how much it is, I'll try to find out. But, like, if you zoom and a 4K 60 crop, all of a sudden, you're probably around, like, 74mm or something. That's quite the range. Some epic B-roll. 4K 60, not bad. Both are doing HD 120. All of these do HD 120, unless someone's lying in the spec sheets. I'm looking at you, B&H. Bad and homeboy. R7. You're moving on up into, like, I shouldn't have even wrote this down. It's the Pro line. You now have IBIS. You're doing 10-bit log. But will it be like warpy corners? Why am I still like so zoomed? Wow. There's a green dot on my head. I'm not getting married. I don't know what to do about that. I literally had to turn the camera off to get out of whatever panic mode I induced. It's just like a red box and it was turning green and red on my head. And all right, now we're back. So like the R7, we're talking, for that same lens combo, 1728. You're the most expensive now, and 762 grams. Much heavier than all of these, so it's not even the same category, really. It's just, that's what Canon did to you. And the corners might be warpy with the IBIS. I feel like all these with digital stabe, in fact, let's try digital stabe on this. Dare we dream that? All right, we're on digital stabe now. Slight crop in there. Has that smoothed out any of the kinks? Because I've noticed some companies do this better than others. Panasonic might now lead the industry. Canon is quite good. They can have like no lens stabe or IBIS and just put digital on. It's somewhat usable. So where does Nikon fall into that category? Because I know Olympus was like, you put IBIS, it's pretty smooth, and then their digital complements it, smooths out all the kinks. It's fantastic. Is Nikon like that? Highly doubted. There's a dog. Hello, buddy. Hello. That would have been a good opportunity to try the animal eye detect, but I didn't want the alcoholic to come out of the liquor store, me film his dog, and then he has a reason to drink and punch me, so no reason for that. If we're moving on along to Fuji, we're just giving you the options here. APS-C vlogging cams. XS20 is $12.99. Plus, since we're doing the zooms ultra wide, you have to go with the Sigma 10 to 18, 2.8. But that's kind of pricey. $5.99 for that lens. We're talking total $18.98 and 741 grams. And you're gonna have the worst stabe in the biz, but you get like some of the best specs. 4K 60 with a crop in HD 240. None of the others are doing that. Fuji colors, it's viable, it's just not gonna look nice, but does this look nice? I'm a little worried about this digital stabe. Let me just do a man's walk here. Not angry dad, we don't do that. That's an action cam thing. Is there a lot of stuff happening that's bad? Let's turn it off. Something else I want to see. Right now we have this dynamic range thing boost. It was on low. Now it's off. I just want to see what it looks like off versus high. So right now we're off. High. I see clouds now. Details. There's blue skies. Does it look too HDR fakeness? I don't want that, but whatever. We're a cinema cam now. Marcus Pix would love this. Sony a6700, not really sure why I wrote that down, but it is pretty light. If you do that Sigma lens, oh man, almost $2,000 and 748 grams, but you have the best specs of the bunch. 4K 120p with a crop, HD 240 with a crop. It's decent. Someone's smoking weed.
Is it you?
Now I know what you're gonna say, oh, the ZVE10, that's the one that compares in this group. You're right. It's just hard to even recommend that thing. It's so old, and the stave is a 45% crop, so your wide Sigma lens is no longer doing what it should. But $1,297, and it's pretty light, $598. Not bad. That's in the ballpark of all the Canons and the Nikon. Heavier than all of them, but the R7's heavier. I don't know. I just wrote that down because I knew you would say something. I'm going to throw it out there. We're now in portrait mode and the dynamic range thing at normal. This is straight out of camera. Everything else was flat and I was grading it. This is Nikon color science. So far, it's not bad. Nikon colors. I don't know where I rate it. I need to see more, but it is a cloudy, miserable day. But I think Canon is better, but Nikon's right close to someone. It might be like Canon the top, Blackmagic higher, so they're not quite the top. Olympus, Sony's way down there. Better than Fuji, better than Panasonic, I think. No, I don't know. Every now and then it will do this. Everything, like when I hold the camera down here and I'm walking, thinking of my next segment, okay. Oh, there's a scooter. That's a nice scooter. It's got lights, fat tires. Okay. See it? Just wait. So we're down here and I'm like, oh, that's what I wanted to say. Okay, let's go. Okay, it did it instantly. Of course you would. But like I hold it up, everything's dark, it's not recognizing my face, then it somehow picks up the eye tracking and then it brightens the image. It's strange way to go about your life. Not bad, Nikon. Canon R8, I just figured I would throw this in even though it's not APS-C, but if you use the 24mm 1.8, you're somewhat in the ballpark of 731 grams. It's just a bit pricey at $898, but you're in that R7 price bracket. Those dogs, you pot smoking dogs. I was gonna film the pot smoking dog, but she walked away. I was just like putting the animal eye detect on. I don't know that it does eye detect for animals, but I must say it's very easy to change your settings. I don't think you even need custom modes in here. That quick menu is quite nice. You can change just from human to animal, 4K to 120 HD. Not bad. Okay, I sneakily have animal eye detect on. Oh, yeah, we were zoomed in. Let's see if it picks up this dog. I'm trying not to be known that I'm filming him. I'm just hanging out. There's no box. No box. No box. Damn it. Well, it doesn't give you a box. Where is it? Are you detecting it? We're in the toy filter, by the way, with dynamic range on high to compensate for its ridiculousness of over-contrasty bullshit. One that kind of debunks all of these might be the DJI Pocket 3 at only $657. That's like 300 grams if it was a foot. And I say that price because that's the price of the basic model, $519, plus the mist filter, the thing that clips on the backpack, the battery pack, and the tripod. So like that's kind of what you have to do. Would it be better? I don't know. I have a video maybe coming or already released that went through all the flaws I could think of with that thing, and I must say, the fact that you cannot stop down, it would be blurrier than this, I think. DJI is a 5.6 equiv, I think. Don't quote me on it. Wow, those colors. Why am I in this thing? Binary. That's something I've never seen. You piece of shit. I'll zoom on you. Never come back here again. You either. So as for who would the winner be, what would I choose? I'd have to see all the Canon, the Stabe with that new lens. I'd like to see if the Stabe is better than this. I don't know, I'm having a lot of fun with this. I feel like Nikon might have something that Canon doesn't. A little soul, a little underdog bite. Not bad. Whereas Canon's like, everybody has a Canon. You're a bunch of losers. Even though the DJI Pocket 3 kind of kills all these things, it's still like a gimmicky type of gimbal thing that might break. The internal battery's gonna die over like 2 years. I don't know, I would prefer having a real camera. It's gonna look more natural. It's not all about the background blur, but you can get any Voigtlander lens on this thing and the cinema could be yours. It's much more versatile, but I don't know, it's the action look with the exposure. Nikon has like the best exposure changes I've seen. It's very smooth. It's like beautiful, whereas DJI, it's like, I could be walking for 10 seconds and be super dark and overexposed the next second. It's like such a mix, you never know how to say it. And technically, you don't need that tripod I was just using. This is handheld, that's plenty wide and plenty fun. And you just clip it right on there. I'm liking this Nikon. I think the Canon R10 might be nicer with that 4K 60 with the crop. Not bad, and that new lens is so tiny and light. They mean the same thing. Canon colors. So this is just my initial testing phase of the Nikon Z30. Thank you, Aiden Camera, for lending it to me. We'll get used to all the quirks. We're just in neutral for the last while with dynamic range on medium. They're all decent options, except maybe the R100. They really crippled that one. It's okay for the price. I mean, for the price? You're kidding me, right? It's a fantastic price. I might get one. How much, Rick? That low. Wow. Yeah, I'm definitely getting one. Didn't the M50 have a... The R100 is the superior option. Buy it today through his affiliate links. It cannot be beaten. Nikon is going out of business. Canon color science. Ow. What the hell happened? I have a headache. I'm gonna leave. How you doing? You buying a Camera Conspiracies t-shirt? I would. Subscribing. How'd the Nikon look today? Thank you, Aiden Camera. Black Friday sale coming up. You go there. Mention my name. It won't get you anything, but I'll get brownie points. I'll be like, wow, someone did come in because of you. All right, you can borrow the Canon R8. How you doing? Subscribe for more videos, Annick.